So let's take a look at graphing points in three-dimensional coordinate systems. So in 3D coordinate systems, we're going to have three axes, the x, y, and z axis. So it's going to look something like this. So our x-axis is going to be here on the left, the y-axis on the right, and the z-axis going straight up. And so if we were to graph a point, the point will have to be labeled x, y, z, where x is the x-coordinate, y coordinate, and the z obviously is the z-coordinate. And so these 3D coordinate systems are also known as R cubed. And R cubed just stands for three-dimensional rectangular coordinate system, since these are still in rectangular coordinates. So this means that the standard xy plane would be in R squared, or two-dimensional rectangular coordinate systems. And so let's say I draw the line y equals 0. So y equals 0 is obviously just the x-axis. So if I were to draw the line here, now in R squared, or in this 2D coordinate system, it's obviously just going to look like this. It's just a straight line when it's drawn in the xy axis. Now in the three-dimensional, it's actually going to be a plane. And it's going to form this plane known as the xz plane, because it touches both the x-axis and the z-axis. So lines in R cubed are going to turn into planes. So if that is the xz plane, this one is going to be the xy plane, which means the next one here on the right will be the yz plane. So all three of these are planes. So for number 1, let's start by graphing 0, 5, 2. Now remember, all coordinates in the three-dimensional coordinate system are going to be in the form x, y, z. So our first one, 0, is in the x-coordinate. So we basically start from the origin right here, and we move 0 in the x direction, because since the x value is 0. Now the y value is 5, so we're going to move 5, a positive 5 in the y direction. So right here. And then the z value is 2, so we're going to move up 2 in the z direction. So the point is going to look something like this, right here at 0, 5, 2. So now for number 2, we have 4, 0, negative 1. So obviously we start with the x value here, 4. So we're going to go up 4, positive 4 on the x-axis. So right here. And the y value is 0, so we don't go up anywhere on the y value. We just stay there. And then notice the z value is not a positive 1, but a negative 1. So we're going to have to go down the z-axis, negative 1. So let me extend the z-axis to the negative direction, and we're basically going to go down 1. So the coordinate will look something like this at this position. So now for number 3, we got 2, 4, 6. So we're going to go 2 in the x direction, and then we're going to go 4 in the y direction, and then we're going to go up 6 in the z direction. So if I draw some dotted lines here, we get 2 this way, 4 this way, and then we're going to go up 6. So our coordinate point will be somewhere around here. That is going to be the point at the point 2, 4, 6. And for number 4, let's now graph 1, negative 1, 2. So we're going to go 1 in the x direction. So we got 1 this way. And then now it's negative 1 for the y direction. So let me extend the y plane, or the y axis, to the negative direction. So we'll go negative 1 in the y direction. And then we'll go 2 in the z direction. So the point will be somewhere around here. At 1, negative 1, 2. So now for number 5, sketch the surface in R cubed represented by the equation x plus y equals 2. So remember, R cubed is a three-dimensional rectangular coordinate system. So just what we have here in the diagram. And so x plus y equals 2, if we isolate y obviously is going to equal negative x plus 2. And so if we graph y equals negative x plus 2, with the slope being negative 1 and the y-intercept being 2, if we graph that on the regular xy plane, it's going to look something like this. The straight line is going to look something like this. So this is going to be y equals negative x plus 2. Now remember, a line like y equals negative x plus 2 in the three-dimensional rectangular coordinate system, or in R cubed, is going to turn into a plane. So in this case, it's going to be a flat vertical plane. that intersects the line y equals negative x plus 2. So it's going to look something like this.